Mighty good word, party focus from our high priest. I'm up here on Jupiter's day. It's Thursday, March 14th. This message is for the Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising Collective. Regardless of whether you have a distinguished Sagittarius placement in your natal chart, this may still resonate with you, and I strongly suggest your other sign placement readings and the collective readings. Sagittarius, what's good? This is just a kind of culmination, or we're working with this Piscean moon kickoff into the eclipse moon, this first quarter moon. As far as the longer lunation family phase, it does have a full moon in December. So I thought that the last message was it was deep, for lack of a better word. The messages are kind of building up from then. I got a lot of messages for you last night, pertaining to or branching from the last reading. So Venus is now in Pisces. Mercury is now in Aries. Yes, the moon will be in its first quarter mark in a few days on I believe the 17th or 16th, in Gemini. And part of the significance of December is that Mercury does go into Sagittarius, but it retrogrades between 6 and 23 degrees of Sagittarius at the end of November throughout December. This new moon has a first quarter moon in the beginning of December. There's a new moon in Sagittarius at the beginning of December, and then there's that full moon in Gemini mid-December. So I believe my suggestion for you, as I kind of wade through all these messages, is again to repeat what I mentioned, which is that December holds huge significance, especially for Sagittarian moons, moon in Sagittarius, but I don't want to limit it to that collective, because I also get, I don't know if I'm not too keen on human design, but you may be a manifester, in which the message that pertains to that is that you are coming out of a deep rest period where you were culminating, or we'll get into that message. So reminder, I do ring the bell. I haven't been ringing it as much, maybe, I don't know. I have Kim Cran's Animal Spirit Oracle, been working with Mystic Monday's Tarot. I have a Zodiac Tarot. I have a Light Seers Tarot. I pulled for you, Sagittarius, just to kind of digest the messages, a few of the archetypes, so we'll get into that. Sagittarius, Magician, Sagittarius, High Priest, High Priestesses, Sagittarian, Kings, Queens, and Royals. This is your most fiery Akashic Court. I am your effervescent library key door holder. Please check out all books at the counter with your divine messages for your inspiration, your divine evolution, your spiritual exaltation through space and time, all of them. Sagittarius, I am very grateful that you are here. I'm very honored. I'm working, lately I've just been editing the videos, so now I need to work on sound production, and I don't know any of these things, but thank you so much for coming along for the ride. I'm going to pull from the Animal Spirit deck first here. I did want to point to the vessel. I believe that was in a reading for you about 2 readings ago, when I was doing a lot of meditations based on the archetypes. It may have been for, about 4 weeks ago. You also have Nectar and the womb and sirens. So mainly the vessel and then the 3 clarifiers, which I don't know if Oracle can clarify Oracle. I guess it is suggested sometimes by the artists or producers of the deck, right? Thank you so much, Goddess Access Thunder Rock. So my keywords for your key phrases: going up, soul cleanse, and soul soothe. I still get careful with playing with fire, like maybe you're doing a lot of candle gazing. Destroy that which isn't sweet, sexy, or soothing. Mercury retrograde at the end of November. And for the most part of December. In your sign, Sagittarius. Thank you so much, Goddess Isis and Capricorn. Mercury, angels, spirit guides of the highest light, archangels, ancestors, helpful ancestors, and those ancestors. Earthworm, yes. Wow. The crow. Air and earth. Okay, earth. So earthworm. The thing about it could be considered a rebirth, right? But it is like a regenerative period. So your auric field, your all bodies, right? And you could notice it more in a specific aspect of those bodies. So your mental body, your air, your magician. Okay, that's a very important archetype for this 2024. Earthworm, you're cooling, you're regenerating. The recoil was for you to regenerate. It's expanding on your auric field, expanding on auric body. It's expanding physical body or reconstructing the body after breakdown or break up. There's a lot of Kundalini fire within you. There's a lot of, because of the womb, the vessel, the nectar, your crown chakra, your third eye, your soul chakra, all the higher level chakras. You're connected to soul collectives, to soul tribes, to ancestors. You're well connected to a specific ancestral group at the moment that is helping you to rebuild a relationship with. It could be the lineage of your mother on the maternal side. You could be discovering it intuitively or psychically or actually like at the library factually or through online resources, right? Also the message from the last reading came through a lot during this premeditation. You are an astrologer, or you are, I get intense chills. You're like a healer of psychology. So like you could be a therapy, psychology, psychiatrist, science-based, physiological based scientist or doctor or healer. You're not only regenerating yourself currently, you're back to that message about the ancestors there. So a lot of this regenerative period wasn't just meant for you to regain physical yourself physically. You're also meant to download, receive messages from ancestors, from hugely wise ancestors that are like bringing you their data of the work that you're supposing in this lifetime right now, it's affecting. You may feel like a child, like you may want to scream and cry and kick the air and kick rocks, but maybe that's fine as long as no one's hurt, right, in the process. But again, it's like self-soothe, self-cleanse. Earthworm. I have the book. I hope I remember to read it, right? I hope that stays up too. I'm gonna ring the bell. Thank you so much, Sagittarius. Wow. Yeah, so I know it sounds silly, right? Destroy that which isn't sweet, sexy, or soothing. So yeah. So think of like a kid in a. Do you guys remember that store, Toys R Us, and like if you were actually a child? I'm getting so many like crazy feelings and rushes, and like just like a blonde little boy in the middle of the aisles, or like just, you know, someone young in the aisles, like lost, but like it's fun to get lost in Toys R Us. Okay, so also change in home. Be careful what you say, as it's more being fired up, like the feeling of immaturity. Like if you start to sense immature sensations or immature feelings come up, obviously let them boil up. It's part of your process right now, that it's like the body is tied to the mind. So that's why I get a lot of physiology aspects where you're like, you may not even be moving, but your mind is so active, or your mind is working to analyze and process all the healing that you're doing with your inner child. It's like you maybe still sense the aspects from the ancestral lineage of your downloads, of knowledge downloads. And now, so again, those codes are repairing you, right? Your body. And so you could feel agitation right now. Okay. If you can move or visualize movement, right? Visualize the fire moving from the core, okay? Because your sacral, especially the sacral center, is so lit. Your root chakra as well. But your speech patterns, thought patterns are changing. First, exclusively with your local. It's like you're tied to keeping it local. Keep it local for now. It's the build up, right? Didn't I going up, build a new body? The Hermit. Thank you so much, Goddesses, Sun God Ra. What kind of messages can we offer the Sagittarius and Moon Rising Collective as the moon comes to its first quarter mark in Gemini, and as we approach the eclipse season? Thank you so much, Gemini, for being here. Thank you so much, Goddesses, Sun God Ra, Mercury, helpful ancestors of highest light, spiritual guides of highest light. Yeah, wait, pay attention to Jupiter, the wheel of fortune. I mean, you are working on all of that throughout this year. Having left somewhere, it could be that you're having to leave a tie, a relationship, a contract. Okay, oh yeah, wait. Owing something, so you maybe just owe gratitude, like thank you, or writing a thank you note, or like delivering a thank you gift. You maybe owe someone money, or people owe you money, or you may get, you may have to work out inheritance in that way. That may be like a hang up over the next, over the next year, right? You're reconfiguring, reestablishing your likes, your dislikes. Thanks. There we go. Yeah, you keep getting the kings, so it has the sensation of like the Five of Pentacles where the Hermit, you had to kind of like leave a little bit. Look, you have the Queen of Swords. You want to start your challenges actually leaving and moving on. You're not stuck in the past, or your challenge is actually envisioning how you're going to do this. Maybe you want to just flat out go, but there are two forces here, and the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. That could be maybe here. I have the Fool. I'll show you. Going up. Destroy that which isn't sweet, sexy, or soothing, okay? But you are likely seeing how this year can pan out, and that while you do want to jump, while you do want to just go, there is that more, hey, don't forget to envision. There's something new that you're working with. You've learned something, but you are working with teachers. So again, I do suggest doing meditations with ancestors, helpful ancestors, wise, sage, ancient, helpful ancestors, and your spiritual guides of the highest light. But here, you're telling me that's where it's coming from, or if you need an answer on how to proceed. So remember, I was saying the Three of Pentacles, or maybe I wasn't, but the Three of Wands is here. So there is a decision you will have to make. Perhaps it will be a small decision at the end of this week. So at mid-March, yes. And then, or there are two decisions. One, this Mercury retrograde in Aries, and then another one, Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius at the end of the year, okay? There are decisions you have to make. Again, I was getting like working out the kinks or the hang-ups of an inheritance that you are to inherit. These could also be those types of gifts of mental clarity, mental discernment of like, you may have been, and this is not to put any sort of blame. This card wants to come out. Wow, this card wants to come out. Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Justice, right? A decision, probably something dealing with the law that's on your mind. Maybe something owed to you. Maybe it is just honoring. Perhaps I do see the gratitude practice, and beyond that, I do see even more spiritual fire within you, okay? So the reason I was getting the Hangman is because you have, like, maybe now you're realizing it, like, I want to say finally, but I don't mean to be, like, mean or be rude, but maybe that's how you feel. Like, finally, I have clarity, finally, and in that moment when you realize that you're feeling clear, that's when the processing starts to manifest within you. So remember I was saying, Sagittarius, you're lighting fire after fire. Every time you have one of these breakthrough moments, these moments of intense clarity, it's like, oh, why does it feel the same? Well, it may feel that way to your mind, so how you perceive it may seem that way, and then it feels that way, but your mind is one of the last stops, really, and your mind is more now for use or by use for spiritual higher will. So it could be a shift, mindful shift, mental shift, a shift in your mind of this perception that blocks you of, am I really about to repeat another karmic lesson? To, oh, okay, if I culminate each lesson, which you have that capability, Sagittarius. Like I said, I started the message with, you are a psychoanalyst. So now you're coming to a point where you're literally psychoanalyzing all your recent 2.5, 3 years cycles, analyzing, processing. So actually healing, actually learning from past, learning from where you've been, where you've come from. Queen of Cups puts you back in your spiritual, highly attuned, battle warrior, peaceful warrior. Peaceful warrior keeps coming up. And what did I say? Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter is very poignant for you this entire year, as well as Uranus is leading you to really invest more in these qualities of you, right? Day to day, invest more in bringing these new sensations in, because they're actually going to help you to culminate in that job. I don't know. There is something about intuiting, psychic, there's a connection there too, with the level of psychic information that you're receiving. I have Libra, Jupiter, currently in Taurus, Gemini. Is this Mars or the Sun in Gemini? I believe that Mars will go retrograde in Gemini, maybe. I'm not too sure, later this year. So that could also be when things start, when your psychic business takes off, when you start to earn, or maybe it already took off, your healing psychic business took off. Well, it will take off then, maybe. When is there a Mars Gemini? In the summer. Yeah. So again, it culminates. You're going to have a feeling of I've been through this already. I'm so sorry. Mars goes retrograde in Gemini, and it will be at the end of the year. Mars goes retrograde in Leo at the end of the year. Thank you so much. Yep. I'm getting repeat. Six of Pentacles at the bottom of that. Thank you so much, Goddess Isis, Sun God, Spirit of Goddess, each ancestors, four ancestors. Where does the Sagittarius collective stand now? What are their hopes and fears? What surrounds them? What's around their environment? What are their hopes and fears and the outcome as we approach the eclipse season? Look, we have the Tower and the High Priestess. The Tower came out in reverse. Mars, yeah. The Moon is in Gemini, okay. The High Priestess, that's why I'm saying the Moon. This reading is based around the first quarter moon in Gemini. Mars, getting a lot of Mars in Gemini. The need to make a decision before taking action, right? That may mean a move. That's where you're at right now. Yeah, I was sensing movement. But also that could be the break away from anything that isn't sweet, sexy, or soothing, right? We have more moon. This, again, is part of your healing of your feminine fire, so reigniting the feminine fire. There's still some healing to do in the womb, soul fracturing with mother wounds, okay? The initial wound in the womb. Thank you so much, Goddess Isis, Sun God Ra. Is in their environment. The Queen of Cups, again, or she was trying to come out. Your ancestors and your mother could be around you too. So it could be like, I'm just telling you what you're looking at is maybe the confirmation, or maybe you just wanted to know that what the hell's going on. There's so much Pisces, water, and then this like Gemini. Boom. Definitely watch the words. It can let it I'm just kind of like, let it linger, but don't let it leave your mouth. I don't know, in a way. It's like you have other things to focus on, is what on the moon, your body, your feeling, your intuition, the Emperor. Wow, that's what your hopes and fears coming back to order, coming back to action. Okay, moving. Well, you do have a lot of options. So it's maybe that you're not admitting or seeing that you do have a lot of options. Hopefully your hope is to come together, because you can. There can be a come together moment, and you are coming together energetically. Thank you so much, Goddess. And then we have the Lovers, so more Gemini energy, approaching the state where you can take your inspired action finally after leaving. So that first there must be some movement, there must be a belief, a shedding away that blocks you in the womb. The initial wound blocks something. It's more the belief system, but it leaves you triggers a mind, then triggers your emotions, or triggers a emotional reaction. Perhaps it's coming back to really sweetness, the downloads. There are so many crown chakra downloads, and then coming to order, coming to your hopes, which is to come to order and to get out, or to come to your own space. And then 4 cards popped out. Justice once again. Death card, Scorpio. Mars in Aries, and the Moon in Sagittarius. So yes, the Moon in Sagittarius. Mars will venture into Aries in about 2 months, okay? Scorpio, end of November, you'll start to actually see, I think, that the scenery will be different. It will look different. You will be at work. You'll be planning and at work. Planning more and at work more. Karmic justice leveling. This is the Libra eclipse, right? Wow, I don't know, perhaps are you like gearing up for a managerial position, or to take over like a law firm, or take over a firm, or your psychic business will be taking off this year. Wow, good for you, Sag. That's cool. I love this Justice card paired with all of these. Alright, I do want to read. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision, we have all felt the woes of the earthworm At some point along the way, the earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it, a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. I love that. When in balance, earnest, intelligent, valuable. When not a balance, self-conscious, apprehensive. To bring into balance, speak up. Risk embarrassment. Speak up to your ancestors, alright? They want to heal you. They want to talk to you. They want to hear you, heal you. They want to join you in the fun. Stay very blessed. I send you all the love, all the light. I honor you. I honor your path and your decisions. Sagittarius, keep it real. I'll be back with more messages.